The icy wind howled through the dark alley as the little boy knelt beside the old man, his tiny hands trembling as he offered the last piece of his birthday cake. The candle, barely flickering in the breeze, cast a soft glow on the man's tear-streaked face. "You look hungry," the boy whispered. "It's my birthday. You can have this." The man stared at the cake, then at the boy, his lips quivering. His frail fingers hesitated before taking the small slice. "Thank you, son," he murmured, voice thick with emotion. He hadn't tasted something this sweet in years. The boy, Daniel, smiled and sat cross-legged on the cold pavement, watching the man take slow, careful bites. He didn't care about the cold or that his new sneakers were getting dirty. All that mattered was that someone who had nothing now had something. The night before had been full of laughter and balloons, his mother surprising him with a homemade cake, though their tiny apartment barely had space for a party. His friends had left hours ago, their voices echoing in the hallway. But after the celebration, Daniel felt something tugging at his heart. He remembered seeing the old man near the grocery store earlier that day, shivering in his tattered coat. The thought of him alone, hungry, while Daniel still had a slice of cake left, made it impossible to sleep. So he wrapped the last piece carefully in a napkin and snuck out, guided by the dim glow of streetlights. Now, as he sat beside the man, he felt lighter, warmer, despite the freezing night air. Then, out of nowhere, a sleek black car pulled up to the curb. The door opened, and a sharply dressed man stepped out. His eyes, deep and searching, locked onto the old man. "Dad?" The old man gasped, his back stiffening. The boy's eyes widened. What was happening? The man rushed forward, dropping to his knees before the homeless man. "I've been looking for you," he said, his voice breaking. "All these years. I thought you were gone." Tears welled in the old man's eyes as he reached out hesitantly. "James?" Daniel watched, heart pounding, as father and son embraced, the weight of years melting away in the cold night air. The next morning, Daniel's mother nearly dropped her coffee cup when a chauffeur knocked on their door. An invitation was handed to her, embossed with gold lettering. Mr. James Caldwell cordially invites Daniel and his family to dinner at his estate. That evening, as Daniel stepped into the grand mansion, he looked up at the massive chandelier, the towering marble pillars. He had never seen anything so breathtaking. James greeted them warmly, kneeling to meet Daniel's eyes. "You brought my father back to me," he said, smiling. "I want to do something special for you." But Daniel just grinned. "I didn't do anything big. I just shared my cake." James chuckled, ruffling the boy's hair. "That, my boy, made all the difference."